Welcome to another The Walking Dead video. Today we're going to take a look at The Walking Dead communities and rank them. The communities in The Walking Dead vary in size and power, and each new community is crucial to Rick and the survivors' journey. The world of The Walking Dead is filled with diverse communities of thousands of people. In the world of The Walking Dead, we see survivors moving from community to stay safe during the zombie apocalypse. Each community offers different levels of safety. Leaders trying to keep their territory safe sometimes used fear and violence to hold on to power, while other times they used more peaceful methods. Communities and the people within them can often be the main focus of part of a season, or even an entire season. Even though this world is full of zombies, it is often these communities that create the biggest problems. In The Walking Dead pilot, when Rick Grimes woke up in the hospital, most of the people had been killed. Hundreds of communities have developed to both protect people from zombies and to protect themselves from other people. Some of these communities are well-run societies that thrive either because of iron-fisted control or because the people inside make the right decisions as a group. If you're ready, let's start exploring these communities. But before we start, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel and like my video. Number 15. Small groups in various locations, 5 to 30 people. Throughout The Walking Dead, there are numerous small groups that Rick and the survivors encounter. Groups like the Wolves, the Reapers, the Highwaymen are examples of this type of group. These are important groups of survivors that are not as powerful as large communities. Even if they have a small number of members in their community, with a strong leader they can become a direct threat to larger communities. Number 14. Grady Memorial Hospital, more than 25 people. Grady Memorial Hospital is an important community that has influenced the development of the Walking Dead characters. In order to sustain their community, they start contracting new members. While the community is powerful and not malicious, the harshness of post-apocalyptic life causes unethical events to occur even within a community committed to following the rule of law. There are only 25+ people in the community. This increases the importance of new recruits. Number 13. A living nomadic community, 30 people. In The Walking Dead Season 2, Rick's group comes into contact with a nomadic community known as Living. There are about 30 people in this community, heading south from Philadelphia. They are a heavily armed group, and in a post-apocalyptic world, they are marauding and aggressive. Their presence on the show was short-lived when they encountered Rick and his team. Although the Living have committed many atrocities, Rick confronts Shane about killing Randall. Number 12. The Vatos Gang, based at the Atlanta nursing home, 38 members. Rick and his team encounter the Vatos Gang early in Season 1. Their aggressive attitude towards outsiders is a way of maintaining security at a nursing home in Atlanta and keeping others away from their community. The leader Guillermo and the rest of the gang have made it their mission to protect the elderly residents. Rick and his group's encounter with the Vatos Gang didn't start off well. However, once it became clear that the Vatos Gang had no malicious intentions, Rick and his group left peacefully. Number 11. Terminus, 60 people. Originally established as a sanctuary, Terminus was at some point overrun by bandits, and the peaceful men and women who lived there were brutalized by their attackers. After the founders escaped from prison, they resorted to violence and cannibalism. In The Walking Dead, some characters think that in order to survive they must become monsters worse than anyone else. As cruel and demoralizing as this idea is, it has been proven time and time again to have some merit. Number 10. Woodbury, approximately 73 people. The governor is one of the show's most powerful and villainous villains, and the leader of a self-governing community called Woodbury. Philip Blake found the abandoned town and turned it into a thriving settlement of more than 73 people. The people of Woodbury live in relative safety and comfort, but they do not know the hidden truths that lie behind this prosperity. The governor and his men loot and destroy nearby settlements to ensure their own safety and gather resources. Woodbury at first seems like a great place to live, but it is built on violence and evil. The prosperity of the people of Woodbury did not last long, as Rick and his group had major conflicts with the governor. Number 9. Prison, 70 to 100 people. The prison storyline in The Walking Dead shows that with the right leaders, a positive community can thrive in a post-apocalyptic world. Under Rick's leadership, the other survivors build a settlement that houses 70 to 100 people, and the prison plays a big role, especially in Seasons 3 and 4 of the series. The prison is attacked and badly damaged by the governor and his men. The prison is also my favorite community. Number 8. The Whisperers, 130 people. Different groups of survivors of the zombie apocalypse found different ways to survive this apocalypse. Instead of fighting the zombies that nearly ended humanity, the Whisperers chose to imitate them. The Whisperers are a community of people who dress up as zombies and walk alongside real zombies, hiding behind masks to avoid detection. In The Walking Dead, the Whisperers become a powerful enemy for Rick and his group, thanks to their zombie impersonations. Number 7. Scavengers. About 150 people. The Scavengers are a large community of survivors living in a garbage dump. They survived the conflict they were part of by aligning themselves with both sides, but this attitude in their dealings with other communities is leading to their downfall. The Saviors eventually slaughtered all 150 scavengers for switching sides. In The Walking Dead, an effective leader must choose a side if he wants to ensure the survival of his community. Otherwise, a powerful community will not take kindly to this, and the community will be in a difficult position. Number 6. Oceanside. 188 people. The people of Oceanside once lived in peace, but all the men were slaughtered by Negan and his saviors. The remaining women and children fled to a village neighboring the bay and have lived there in secret ever since, along with about 188 survivors. In the world of The Walking Dead, we know how important it is for a community to stay hidden. Living in secret is the best way to avoid dangerous communities. The people of Oceanside realized the importance of this after paying a heavy price. They survive by killing anyone who enters their community and ensure that they are never discovered by other communities. That is, until Rick and his group show up. Number 5. Kingdom. 200 people. As the series progresses, communication between the communities increases. After the nomadic years, people build communities where they can live for a long time and start to trade with other communities. At this time in The Walking Dead, the conflicts of a growing society become much more of a focus, not just zombie-centered. The Saviors, more powerful than the Kingdom, have given the Kingdom a great deal of autonomy in exchange for their allegiance. The Kingdom, ruled by King Ezekiel, is an example of a shift in The Walking Dead and the transformation of society from roving gangs into something more advanced. Number 4. Hilltop. 300 to 350 people. Some communities in The Walking Dead were in a healthy state before the outsiders came to them. The people of Hilltop lived peacefully before the Saviors arrived. But the arrival of the Saviors causes 300 to 350 residents to pay tribute to the Saviors to protect themselves. Because it is located on a hilltop and surrounded by large fences, the survivors of the community have an advantage over the zombies. However, threats like the Whisperers remain a problem for Hilltop. Next up is that community, which is many people's favorite. Number 3. Alexandria. 300 to 400 people. Alexandria is one of the most important communities in The Walking Dead. With a population approaching 400 people, the people of Alexandria are the largest of the friendly communities. Their skilled workers and competent leaders have led them to be one of the safest and fairest communities in The Walking Dead and beyond. The people of Alexandria have survived many disasters, but have somehow bounced back and continue to make their community better. Number 2. The Saviors. 500 to 600 people. Ruthlessly commanded by Negan Smith, the Saviors are one of the largest post-apocalyptic communities. The Saviors are centered around a compound known as Sanctuary, but they also have outposts in more remote locations. Negan rules the Saviors with an iron fist. His community's lifestyle is a brutal one, filled with hard labor and the constant threat of military overseers. But this system provides enough protection for the 600 or so survivors to become a massive community. Many of the communities in The Walking Dead are badly affected by the Saviors' desire to dominate other settlements. While zombies are seen as the biggest threat in The Walking Dead, hostile human communities can also pose a threat. The Saviors are by far one of the largest and most powerful communities. However, they start to lose control after Rick shows up. The biggest threat to this community that Negan built on fear and oppression is people like Rick and his group who value their freedom. Now let's talk about the most powerful community in The Walking Dead. Number 1. Commonwealth. More than 50,000 people. About 50,000 people live in the Commonwealth, a highly organized settlement that tries to mimic pre-apocalyptic society. This massive community is protected by a large army and subject to strict controls. But Commonwealth members have access to many pre-apocalyptic luxuries. Yet just because the community is safe doesn't mean all is well. The community's resources are not evenly distributed. In addition, malicious people who want to gain power in the Commonwealth are involved in community governance in various ways. Even the largest communities in The Walking Dead are not safe from a few powerful and dangerous people taking control. Finally, there is one more community I want to mention. CRM, the most powerful community in The Walking Dead. I didn't include this community in the ranking because it wasn't featured in the main series, but if it was, Civic Republic Military deserves the top spot with its military technology and large population. Which is your favorite community? Don't forget to leave it in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the video to support me. Goodbye.